What's up, witches? What's up? What's up? Ooh, thank you for liking already. What's up? What's up? Let's see if YouTube does its notifying thing. I don't know how good it is at that. What's up? What's up? What's up, witches? Say hi in the comments if you can hear me, see me, all that good stuff. Let's get some sun in here. What's up? What's up, witches? What's going on? Hi, Josie. Thank you for letting me know. Good. I am in my working altar space, so I don't know if I'm like close enough to my router or whatever for clarity. So I'm glad you can hear me. What's up? How are you doing? Good, I hope. I was like running around getting everything that I think I'm going to need. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm good. It's been a really busy day getting ready for next week's shop update. I'm going out of town. That's why I'm packing this travel altar. So I have been getting ready, like a week in advance. I'm getting ready for next week's shop update, which is on Saturday, August 7th at noon. But since I'm going to be away all week, I figured I need to get all that stuff ready now. So when the shop updates, everyone's orders can go out right away. So while people are coming in, if people come in, I don't really know. This is a members only live. So it's a very small group of people who will even be able to access this live. But I wanted to do it this way first, just because I'm kind of private, I think, for somebody who's making like public videos. So I figured since this is kind of like my personal travel altar, this isn't like a, how to make general altars or whatever. I just wanted this to be a members only video. Oh, thank you. Yay. Yeah, it opens next week, Saturday. So it's open now until midnight tonight. So if you still wanted to grab something before midnight, it will go out tomorrow. You'll get it next week. But otherwise, if you want to wait for the shop update, then because some things are sold out, everything will be restocked when the shop updates. So you can just wait until next week for that. But yeah, so I figured I would make this video and this live just available to the members because it's my personal altar and, all that good stuff. So in the future, I might make the video like available for more people to see if I feel like it's like, informational enough and stuff like that. But this is really more just an excuse for me to get ready for my trip. And to be like organized about it. And I figured I would share it with my members because I know that my members are more, you guys tend to, for the most part, be like practitioners and things like that, or people who are starting to practice. So this might be helpful for you if you're going out of town or anything like that and want to get an idea of how to take your practice on the road with you. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And I have my banana over here because I was hungry. I'm going to have this music, but let's be nice to the Instagram folks and let's invite them too. right. So let's invite them, right? Let's be nice and invite them too. All right. Do you guys have Oh, thank you, Josie. That's really sweet. I do have a Cash App, and I appreciate that. You can access it through the link in my Instagram bio. I think. If not, it's just BronxWitch Alley. So BronxWitch ALY, BronxWitch Alley. So, hey guys, what's up? What's up? Hi, Instagram folks. I'll type it in the comments for you. So we are on YouTube, and I just wanted to jump on real quick to let you guys know what's going on YouTube. And that way you can join us over there in case you guys are interested. Hey, hey, what's up, Angel? Okay, Josie, that is for you. Thank you, my love. So what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? It's Allie, BronxWitch. I just wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that I'm going live right now on YouTube. I'm going to be packing up my travel altar. When I go out of town, I like to take a little, setup for me, for myself, so that I can still do my prayers, still do whatever rituals I might have planned for myself. And I thought it might be fun for me to show you guys what that looks like, show you what I take with me on the road, what I feel like I need to have in order to be witching, on the fly, and all of that good stuff. This live is only available to the BronxWitch members, because this isn't really like a how to set up a travel altar video. This is more of a what do I take in my travel altar. So we're going to be talking about my personal practice and, going to the graveyard and the different things that I'm going to need to take with me to do that. So for that reason, I have made this live only available to my members because it's a little private. In the future, I might make a, general how to set up a YouTube or how to set up a travel altar thing that I will post on YouTube. But for now, this is just a private members only live. And I just wanted to let you guys know how to get over here onto YouTube in case you don't already know. Josie's already a member, so she's already in the house. But for the rest of you, if you are a member of BronxWitch on YouTube at the friend level or higher, then you have access to this live. You can go on YouTube now, and if you go to my channel, it'll tell you that I'm live, and you can click it and you can join. If you are not a member, then you still have time to join. All you want to do is go to my YouTube homepage, click join, and become a member, friends level or higher. And then you'll be able to see the live and you'll be able to join us. So I just wanted to let you guys know that because I know Instagram is a lot better at the notifying. I don't know what is up with YouTube. Josie, did you get a notification or did you just know to be here? Because whenever I get a notification from YouTube, okay, Mr. Motorcycle Man, we understand. It's small and you want us all to know. Thanks. We get it. That's always what I think, by the way, whenever a guy goes by revving his motorcycle or making a ridiculous amount of noise with his engine. I always just think it's just a giant declaration of how small everything is. Do you have that same reaction? Anywho, that's just me. But when people go live on YouTube, for some reason, I get a notification like 2 hours later, sometimes the next day. It doesn't happen instantaneously, and I don't know if it's a YouTube thing or what. Yeah, you didn't get a notification, right? But you're definitely, oh my God, Josie, your membership upgraded to yellow. I love that. Yay. That is so cool to see the badges upgrade. That's really cool. Thank you for being a member for so long. But yeah, you didn't get a notification either, and you're on YouTube. You have YouTube, so you should have gotten a notification. YouTube's a little weird with that. So anyway, I thought I would jump on, say hi to the Instagram folks, let you guys know to head on over to YouTube to join us, just because I think Instagram is much, much, much better at the notification part anyway. So Head on over to YouTube, guys. Like I said, if you are already a member, friends level or higher, just go to my page and you'll see that I'm live. If you're not a member, you still have time to join. If you go over to my homepage and click join, you'll be able to become a member and tune in to this live where I'll be packing up my travel altar for my trip to Charleston. Okay? All right, guys. So meet us over there. I will see you in a couple of seconds. Blessed be. All right. So we said hasta luego to Instagram. And I'm just letting them know to come join us. All right, cool. All right, let's get started. I want to put the music back on. And I'm going to, I guess that's it. Everybody knows what's up, right? I'm Allie, BronxWitch. This is my channel. You are at this video because you are a member, and we're packing up my new travel altar. So first of all, Josie, did you see by any chance my old travel altar? Have you ever seen it? I've posted it on Instagram a few times, but not recently, so you may not have seen it yet. Let me know if you've ever seen it. I'm going to show it to you. It's in a shambles now. No, you haven't? Okay, so this is my old travels altar. This is the one we're switching from. So this is the one we're switching from. It's like Vaults is the brand. It's a Vaults box, and it's like a kind of fairly small one. And it's like the inside level is starting to come apart, like it's peeling. You can see like the wood on the bottom. Yeah. Hey, Amethyst Moon, you made it. I just saw you on Instagram. So yay, the instructions were sort of clear. We are definitely out here. We out here witching. Thank you for being a member. I was just showing Josie that my old travel altar has seen better days. So it's been through a lot. It has held me down. It's been with me for so many. Yay, you upgraded? Awesome. Welcome. I appreciate that. Lots of cool stuff happens here in the membership, okay? Lots of exclusive stuff. I think that's kind of my vibe. I'm really glad that YouTube came up with the membership thing because that's more my style, because I feel like I just don't need to be on the whole wide internet. There are plenty of witches that have lots of great content, great educational information, and they're pretty easy to find and stuff like that. I feel like I'd rather have more of like a personal relationship with the people that follow me, and memberships allows me to show you stuff that I feel comfortable showing, to like a smaller group. You know what I mean? Hey, Tony, you're not late at all. Never late, always on time. We literally just got started because I was telling Instagram where we were and intros and all that good stuff. So right on time. I was just showing everybody that my travel altar is falling apart. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's falling apart. Everything is all dirty, dusty. Everything has been used several times. My bundles are all burnt up. And I was like, you know what? I need a different box. I need a box that's not falling apart, first of all. I need to clean everything up. And this trip is a little different than some of my trips because I'm going to be going to the graveyard on this trip to visit my grandma and maybe also my dad. So I have to bring a certain set of things for graveyard tripping. And I thought I might share that with you guys a little bit too. And that's definitely more like personal, private. So, you know what I didn't bring is my prayer book. But that's okay. I'll tell you about the prayer book. All right. So let me show you what we are switching to. Okay. So I got me. Does it close? Did I break it already? Oh, shit. Did I break it? Oh, no. Okay. I got me a new Vaults box. Yes. Check it out. I like it because it's like thicker. It's a little bit, I think it's a little bit bigger than this one. It's not as flat, but it's like the same size, essentially, same company. It's a Vaults box. I'll probably put it in my Amazon storefront in case you are looking for this specific box. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I wasn't loving all of their selections. They had a lot of different prints, but this one stood out to me because it's camouflage, but it's pink camouflage. So, a little feminine touch. That's kind of my thing. So it's pink camouflage. And I like the idea of it being camouflage because one of the things I'm always concerned about when I fly is that like TSA is going to fuck with my religious stuff and like I'm ready to fight. You know what I mean? It's already bad enough that I have to like take a whole bunch of stuff off. And they always want to pat down my head wrap and all that shit. So like that's already annoying. But like if they were to open up stuff for like the graveyard and stuff and start touching things, like it would be problems in the airport. We'd have problems. So I like the energy of camouflage. So like, don't ask, don't tell, don't think about it. Don't worry. Don't ask me why there's a Ziploc of dirt labeled graveyard dirt in my bag. Don't worry about it. Okay. So camouflage is the way to go. I was just cleansing it and everything before you guys came in here. So everything is cleansed and ready to be put in. And I made myself a list. And of course, the first thing on the list is prayer book. That's the one thing I didn't bring over here. But I might get it later. I'll see how I feel. You like the look of it? Right? We like that, right? Camouflage. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to know what's in here. Don't think about it. So I made a list for myself to help me stay organized. And hopefully that helps us. Woo! This box I like even better already because, first of all, it's a combination instead of a key. The other one was a key, which was annoying because I kept losing the little tiny keys. So I like that this is a combination. And then it's a little bit deeper on the inside. It's got a little bit more space. And exactly, mind your business. And it's got this little detachable pouch, which was like, yeah. So if I need to like just take a few things with me real quick, that is going to come in handy. So I don't know what I'm going to put in this just yet. I'm going to be strategic about it. Probably, you know what? This is what's going to the graveyard. This is going to be like my little things for the graveyard. Because then I can just take it right out. Boom, take it with me. That's exactly what that's going to be for. All right, let's see. Enough space. Down here. Okay, so I'm just putting this somewhere. I can see it. Oh, I'll put it over here. Okay. All right, so what is going in it? First of all, I think I have to kind of tell you just real quick a little bit about what my practice is, because then that will help clarify like why I take so many things or what I'm taking. Every morning when I get up, the first thing that I do, aside from saying hi to all of my plants and all the spirits, is to go to my ancestor altar. So my first prayers of the day are at my ancestor altar, and that pretty much just entails lighting a candle, lighting some incense. I check on my offerings that are on the tables. I don't refresh them every day, but I do refresh them every week. But sometimes a week is a little bit too long, so I like to check and make sure that everything looks good. And if anything is spoiled or has gone bad, then that I will change or dump out or what have you. And then I talk to them for a while. I just talk, let them know what's going on, say hi for the day, thank them for messages or things that I feel like they did for me, the day before or whatever. And then I say a particular prayer, and then I go on. Ooh, that reminds me, I should also, oh no, it's in my prayer book. Never mind. Which tip that might be helpful if you want to pray, but you feel like you don't know any, but you'd like to have some like memorized or whatever, prayer cards. Very, very useful. I basically have a prayer card at every altar. Like I have an ancestor prayer at the card at the my ancestor altar. I have like a protection prayer card at my like Hikate altar. She's like my protecting force, et cetera, et cetera. So prayer cards are helpful. But I'll pray and then I move on from my ancestor altar over to, I guess what you could call like my spirit altar. Some people would probably call it a deity altar. But I don't necessarily think of the spirits that I work with as like deities in that respect, but I guess that's what other people will call it. But I try to separate the idea of God, the all source, capital G, everything God, and the different elevated spirits that can help me on the other side. So I make a little bit of a distinction. But either way, where I honor God and all of the spirits that I work with is all in like one area. So I go over there and I usually say a simple prayer of honoring to God, just asking for thanks, guidance, enlightenment for the day. And then I move on to a spirit of the day. So every spirit that I work with, spirit, saint, whatever, has a day that I set aside specifically to honor them. That's how I roll. On Monday, it's St. Lazarus. Tuesday, it's St. Marta. Wednesday, it's me, my divine spirit. That's a new thing I'm loving. Ganesha on Thursday, road opener day. Friday is for Prince Haijan, and Saturday is for Hikate, and then Sunday is for the ancestors. So I spend the whole morning, with them. So because I like honor a different spirit every day, to take everything would just be like ridiculous. It would be entirely too much. And, to try to leave a different offering for everybody or put things out and all of that stuff, all of that would just be too much. So instead, what I try to do is I just take like a generic sort of general altar setup that I will set up like in a nice sunny space by the windows in my mom's house. And I take different beads, different necklaces, different things that I like to wear when I'm honoring those spirits. So, for example, St. Lazarus and St. Martha, I have rosaries that I like to wear for them on those days. So I'll take the rosary and I'll put the rosary on the altar, light my candles, light my incense, say my prayer to the ancestors, to God, and to that spirit. So that's pretty much what I do. And then every day the altar just stays where it's at, but I will wear something different and kind of use that as the replacement for like a statue or, a whole thing of offerings or what have you. So that is pretty much my practice daily. And then, like I said, I am going to the graveyard this trip. I'm going to visit my grandma Alice for, I believe, the first time in my life. She passed when I was kind of young, but not like a baby. So I don't recall going to a funeral or anything like that. So it's going to be my first time visiting her, which is a really big deal. And I'm being called to leave her something and take some of the graveyard dirt. I'm also going to be taking some of the thorns off of the rose bush that's outside of my mom's house. That rose bush is special. It protects my mom and the house. And so thorns from it are particularly useful for me for protection work. But obviously I can only get it in one place. So I'm going to be taking some of those thorns as well. So all of that needs to get packed up to go. So that's what we are going to do. So I think I'm just going to go down the list. Okay, so first we'll start with the water. Yeah? All right, so as you know, I'm a Wiccan, so any altar that I set up is always going to have all four elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, which will usually be represented by a pentagram of some kind. So I have a pentagram tile somewhere. Here we go. So we have a pentagram tile. So we can say that's the first thing. That's going to go in the box. And I'm probably going to put that back there so it doesn't fall out. And then let's go on to water. So for the water, I need 2 types of water for me. I need spring water and Florida water. For the spring water, I've already got some in a little bottle ready to go. And this is just Poland spring water. Yes, I cleansed this already before I got on camera. So the box has been cleansed and everything that goes in the box has already been cleansed. There's nothing new here. So spring water, this is just Poland spring water. And the only purpose that this really serves is for cleansing. So I will mix this with salt and shake it up, and then I will sprinkle it around the area where I'm going to be setting up my altar. So, you know, it's probably clean. It's my mom's house. It's a nice, positive place. But I don't know what conversations, arguments, what have you may have been going on. So I'm going to cleanse with earth and water, and then also with fire and air. So spring water in this little bottle. And then I need Florida water. And Florida water, I pretty much just use for cleaning, like spiritual cleaning. So I will actually put some Florida water on a cloth and wipe down the space and stuff. I'll actually probably do that before I do the salt water. And then I use it for calling in as well. So it's a very aromatic water for me. So if I'm calling in the spirits or anything like that, I might put it on myself or add it to a bath that is an attracting kind of bath. People really use it for like, you hear people talk about using it for spiritual cleansing a lot, like spiritual, like getting rid of spirits. But Florida water doesn't vibrate for me like that, like at all. In fact, my ancestors really like it. So I don't use it for like getting rid of spirits. But it is alcohol based, so it's good for spiritual cleaning. I use it to wipe down all my glasses, all my plates, all of my spiritual utensils. And it's good for calling in because it is fragrant and attractive. So I will add it to my white bath to bring in positivity. I will add it to a love attraction bath or a money bath for calling in the spirit of love or money, etc. Now, what is different about me is I use a particular type of Florida water when I am doing something with my ancestors. Usually when I'm doing stuff with my ancestors, I will use what is called Kananga water. Have you guys heard of Kananga water? Kananga. Let me know if you have Kananga water. It's an alcohol-based water, but it is made with ylang ylang, which is like the hardest word ever. Ylang ylang. You guys know what I'm talking about? YLANG. Ylang ylang. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. But ylang ylang is it's a flower and beautifully aromatic or whatever. They really like the oil. They really like the water. So that's what I have on my actual altar. But I don't have a small enough thing of Kananga water. So there's a particular type of Florida water that I will use for my ancestors because I find it to be a little more special than regular Florida water. I can only find it at one store in New York. I have no idea how else to get it, but this is Peruvian Florida water. I'm going to try to show you. Do I have a regular Florida water bottle so I can show you the difference? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference if it shows up. Regular Florida water. Let's see. It might not focus because of the light. But regular Florida water, if you can kind of see that regular label that everybody has seen before, right under the word cologne, it says New York, right? If you have a bottle of Florida water, you've probably seen that it says New York, and it doesn't matter where you buy it from. Oh no, of course, it's the one thing you can't see. No matter where you buy it from, it's going to say New York on it, right? But there is a type of Florida water made by the same company that is bottled in, I believe, Peru. And it's called Peruvian Florida water. And if you look at the bottle label, which is slightly different from the regular bottle label, underneath where it says Murray and Lamon, it says New York, Peru. And above that, it says Amarillo, which is Spanish for yellow. And the water itself, again, you probably can't really see that, but maybe a little bit. The water is yellow instead of blue. So, you know, Florida water is this like blue-green color. This is yellow. And I have this size bottle, which I don't think is going to fit. And then I got a teeny, teeny, tiny bottle for this one. And yeah, because it's exclusive, it's really hard to find. It's either bottled in or made in Peru. It has a little bit of a different energy to it, and it just feels special. So I only use Peruvian Florida water if I'm doing a bunch of ancestor stuff. And since that's what I'm going to be doing on this trip, and I'm going, you know, to my homeland, Charleston, South Carolina, it makes sense for me to take Peruvian Florida water. So those are my waters. Peruvian Florida water and spring water. Okay, those are my waters. Then I need my earths. So first of all, I'm going to take a little bit of salt. This is just coarse kosher sea salt. I like the coarse stuff, the nice chunky stuff. Yeah, I'm at this moon, like I was saying. A lot of people are under the impression that Florida water is good for removing spirits, like the way somebody might use sage. But I don't really feel that way when I use it. My ancestors really like it. The spirits that I work with really like it. So I use it for literal cleaning. Like I clean my spiritual tools with it. And I use it for calling in and attracting spirits. So, and so it's just a very popular tool in many traditions, you know. Oh, welcome back. And yeah, people use it for all sorts of stuff. So it kind of depends on the tradition, but for me, it's attracting and cleansing, but not like clearing, you know. So we've got salt, little coarse kosher salt. I really like the chunky stuff better than like the table salt type. So this is chunky coarse salt. But I was also thinking that I want to take with me this time some black salt because I'm going, you know, to be going to the graveyard. So let's go in the cabinet here and get a container, another little vial. Yeah, Josie uses it in her spiritual baths. I use it in a number of my baths. It's in my white bath, and it would be in, like, if I were going to make a love attraction bath for myself or a money bath, I would maybe add it. I might use a different cologne, like a specifically love attracting cologne, like rose or something. But I would also maybe just use that. It's great in your baths. Just don't use too much. One of my clients was making a bath for herself, and she set her candle on top of it, and the candle fell over and caught the bath on fire. And I was like, yeah, you might have put too much Florida water in there. It shouldn't like ignite on fire. I thought that was kind of funny, but okay. So I want to take a little bit of black salt with me. So let's see, what would be the easiest way? Maybe scoop it. So I keep a little bowl of black salt on my working altar, and I keep a little bowl of white coarse kosher salt with some cleansing herbs on my working altar. This is where you guys are right now, is my working altar. This is like where I make stuff. It's where I make my powders and conjure my herbs and make my oils and all of that good stuff. I'm not going to need too much. I just want to be able to sprinkle a little behind myself when I leave the graveyard, just to make sure don't nobody follow me. Okay, Tony, great. Yes, red brick dust. super, super, super helpful, especially going to the graveyard and protecting yourself. And honey, what you think is in my black salt? Okay. One day I'm going to share my black salt recipe because it's pretty amazing. I can't lie. I love my black salt. It is spirited with Hecate, queen of the witches. She is my protecting force, my guiding goddess in especially in kind of hairy situations. And red brick dust is in here. The rust from some nails is in here. Some iron filings are in here. Those are the heavy hitters, and then the usual, there's the ash of 3 different protective herbs, white salt, black pepper. That might be everything. But yeah, red brick dust is in my black salt. Okay. All right. So now I've got my white salt. Oh, Hecate, queen of the witches. I mean, I'm not a converter, I'm never going to tell somebody you need to work with this goddess or you need to work with that saint, or, that's not my thing, but it's been incredibly powerful to be in her light and to have her. She refers to me as sister. So to have her as my big sister is very powerful, and there's so much to learn from her because her mythology spans various cultures, and she was one of the Titans. Her legend is that she is the only Titan that was allowed to keep her powers when Zeus came into power, or however that goes. Yeah, she's just very beautiful, very powerful energy. She is really awesome. So Hecate helped me with this recipe for my black salt, and I sprinkle it around my house. I sprinkle it outside of my door because my apartment building is ratchet. And I take it with me when I need some nice, strong protection. So I got my black salt and I've got my white salt ready to go. So let's slip those in here. Boom, boom. Okay, what else for earth? I don't always take it because I don't use it very often, but I am going to take this stick of Palo Santo. Palo Santo is, something that I try to use very, very sparingly because like with anything that's gotten popular in the spiritual world, of course, now it's like endangered or whatever. But it is a very handy tool because I'm not going to be taking like a whole herb bundle. I was thinking about taking a bundle of Herba Santa because that's usually what I burn when I honor God specifically. But I don't feel like messing with an abalone shell and all the ashes and the falling herb and all that stuff. So I'm not going to bother with that. Instead, I'm just going to take this stick, and that's boom, my air and fire right there. So Palo Santo stick, very useful. Just going to stick that right in there. I don't need anything else. I've got some charcoal here, but I'm not going to take that with me because I don't see my mother's not going to have me lighting charcoal and having the whole house smoky and stuff. The good thing about the Palo is I light it. It smokes a little bit while I do my prayers. And by the time she even realizes that I burned something, it's already out, So I like stuff like this because it will smoke for, a couple minutes and then be done. Charcoal, on the other hand, will be hot for hours. That's not going to work. So I'm going to leave that behind. I'm going to leave this herb bundle behind. Those things aren't going to go. So those are our herbs for earth. Next, let's talk fire. All right, so fire. First of all, lighter. Gotta have a lighter, handy dandy. I really like these lighters. They're big. They're kind of cheap, and like they don't really refill very easily. They're supposed to be refillable, but they're very useful. because they're windless lighters. So if you're trying to light something outside or when it's windy, this is great because it will just send a flame straight up even when it's windy. So very handy dandy type of lighter, so that if you're outside or whatever. So I like to have that. But then the other thing that I like to have are incense matches. Have you guys ever seen these? There's no way that's gonna catch. They're all foily. But have you ever seen these before? These incense matches? So it's like a regular deck of matches. I get these at the Tibetan shop, so I don't know where else to get them. I've only ever seen them like at Tibetan shops, Indian shops, Eastern type shops. I've never seen them like at a regular occult shop or whatever. So I don't even know where you can get them. I think you can get them online, actually. I think I have ordered them online before. So, so this is called the Incense Match. I think that's the name of the brand. And they're pretty cool because you light them and then you just let them burn and they keep smoking. And the stick is made out of incense and it will just keep going. Isn't that cool? Right? I know that one blew out because of the wind. It's very windy in here because it's hot. So I have like the fan on. I got the windows open. Let me see if I can get it to go. Block the wind with my hand. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so what happens is after the top part burns, then the stick begins to smolder. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little bit red. It has an ember. So that's going to keep burning all the way down the stick. And it smells lovely. I think it's sandalwood. Put that on my little thing. Yeah, so look. See that? So that is burning, and it will keep going until it gets to the bottom. So that's really helpful because I am going to take incense cones with me. But when you literally have like a tiny space, or let's say you're in a hotel room, and look how much it's smoking just from the stick. If you're in a hotel room traveling, these are very, very helpful. They give you just enough incense smoke to like cleanse something real quick, or just to put you in the zone. You know, let's say you want to take a spiritual bath in a hotel and you just need the littlest thing. You can have a tea light and your incense matches. Boom, good to go. You've got your bath, your candle, and your incense. I know, right? Incense matches what? Very useful. Super useful. I found these years ago vacationing with my husband in Martha's Vineyard, because there's this shop called A Glimpse of Tibet, and they, you know, the owners are from Tibet. And I was like, what a genius idea. Look how much it's still going. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see the smoke, but it's like really going, which is really, really helpful. But it'll be done in like a minute once it gets to the bottom. You heard about them too? Yeah, I recommend them. They're very useful for traveling, for on-the-fly magic. You don't need a whole thing. You don't even need a cone. You don't need a stick, nothing. Just light it and put it down on a heat-safe something, and you're good to go. Look, it's still going. It's going to go for another couple minutes. So that's super helpful. Let's see what else. Okay, so since we did that, I am going to pack up some incense cones. Make sure I didn't hit anything. Okay, so I want to take some incense cones with me. I want to take frankincense because I like to burn frankincense for the ancestors. I usually, I try to make my own incense for them. There's a couple recipes that I've made for myself that I made with their guidance. I like to make for them, but I don't have time for that this time. So good old frankincense is great for calling in spirits. So I am going to take these with me, but just to make my life easier, I'm going to put them into a little Ziploc bag. That will just keep it from getting dust everywhere and stuff. So. Okay. Boom. And then I'm going to take the little silver disc that comes in them. Okay. Boom. And then, because I don't want to forget what I have, I'm going to make a label. Because I'm annoyingly organized like that. Because otherwise I'll get there and I'll be like, wait, what is this? Frankincense? Boom. All right, so I'm going to make the label for the next one, which is going to be, the incense match really smells good. Okay, I'm going to label another Ziploc. And this one is going to be dragon's blood. And I'm going to put the dragon's blood in there. And you guys let me know if you have any questions. If you have questions about what I'm doing or questions, just witchy questions in general, you can always ask them. Ooh, somebody joined us. Hello, whoever you are. Welcome, welcome. We're packing up my travel altar. Okay, so this is dragon's blood. I feel like they're going to spill if I try to pour them. So. And there's like 10 in a pack. Oh, hey, all things Irene. That's cool. No, you're perfectly fine. We're only like maybe halfway through. I've already explained like, what my practice is, why I'm keeping this private, and all of that good stuff. So that you can always go back to at the end or, later on if you want to rewatch that part. And basically right now we're just getting all of the different elements into this new travel pink camouflage combo vault box that is hopefully going to be TSA friendly and nobody's going to be in my business. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. So I'm going for a week, so I need at least 7 of each of the cones. Yeah, of course. Just happy to have you here. And I'm just labeling my incense. And I put them into, so that's dragon's blood. And we had frankincense. So I've got 2 different types of incense. Frankincense for calling in spirit energy. Dragon's blood is very high vibrational, lifts the energy. And for me, it also connects to Hecate and the goddess. So, there were a couple other ones that I was thinking about taking, but I can't take everything. So these are the 2 that I think make a good combo, calling in energy and making sure that whatever I call in is high vibrational, positive, and in alignment with the goddess. So that is the incense. Next, we got the pentagram tile. Let's do candles. I like to keep it simple with the travel candles because I can get carried away like a motherfucker, okay? I can't even begin to tell you how many candles I have. I get a little carried away with just like always telling myself like, let me get 7 lost candles because you never know when you need them, which is true. You never know. But I can get a little bit out of control. So these are my silver and gold candles for deity honoring. Then I've got my multiple colored chime candles, for quick little spell works or whatever, charging a bath. Then I've got my white and black candles. And in the bottom of all the jars is salt. I cover my candles with bergamot oil, which is very like cleansing and uplifting. And then I sprinkle in white salt and echinacea leaf. And I shake it up and I let them, they're already cleansed, and then I put them in this jar. And this basically is how I keep them cleansed while they're stored, because wax will absorb energy. So if you cleanse a candle today and then leave it in your room for 3 months and you're having arguments and the room gets dirty and all that stuff, you would want to start all over. And I don't got time to be doing it over and over. I like to cleanse my stuff the minute I bring it home from the Botanica or take it out of the mail or whatever. That way I can put it away and not have to think about it. Anything that is in my spiritual space, I know it's already cleansed when it's time for me to work. Candles won't last. They'll get dirty again energetically. So I keep them surrounded in salt and bergamot oil, and that keeps them cleansed continuously. So it's a little tip for you. Is your mom okay with your practice? Yeah. So, my mom is a very funny lady. She does not understand it. I've kind of tried to explain it to her. And she definitely is, she's 80 years old. From Charleston, South Carolina, and the woods. Like, we are from the country. We are from a town called Alwindal. People who live and are from South Carolina oftentimes have not heard of Alwindal. If you say Mount Pleasant, they know what you're talking about. But Alwindal is the neighborhood just north, and no one has ever heard of it unless you're like from Alwindal. So we live in Alwindal, always have, literally for hundreds of years. And all she knows is Southern Christianity. That's all she knows, and it's really all she can wrap her mind around. Obviously she knows people have other religions. There are Jews, there are Muslims, but the only thing she can wrap her mind around is Jesus. So I've tried to explain it to her, but she really doesn't get it. When I was a kid, it was a huge problem. Of course, she saw my candles as devil worship. And one of the only, I'm sorry to say, physical fights that we've ever had. It wasn't like we were punching each other, but she tried to take my glass candles. First of all, she told me that I couldn't have candles because they were a fire hazard. She didn't say anything about the devil. She said it's a fire hazard. So me being smart, I was like, okay, so let me go get a glass encased candle. Problem solved. And I'm in my bedroom getting ready to light a candle, and she comes in and she's like, you're not going to be doing that devil worshiping in my house. And I'm like, it's not devil worshiping. 1. 2, fine, I won't light it in your house. But she tried to take it away from me. And the way me and my money is set up, no. And that's her fault, because she put that into me, that when you pay for something, can't nobody tell you shit. When you pay your own bills or you buy your own stuff, can't nobody tell you shit, right? So that's what she told me. So when I bought that candle and she tried to take it from me, I felt it in my soul. So it was a back and forth tussle. We started in my bedroom. Next thing you know, we're rolling on the floor in the bathroom. I don't know how we got from one to the other. Very mean things were said, mostly by me. It was bad. It was very, 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 very bad. Now, this was when I was 15. 20 years later, I'm grown, and I live on my own, and I pay my own bills, and I send money to her rather than vice versa. So she knows there's nothing she can say about it. So she's had to make her peace with it in that regard. I've tried to explain it to her, let her know that I help people. I'm like, Mom, I help people with tarot readings, like with their spirituality. I pray like 2 hours a day. Like, I live a godly life. That part she understands. Like that part she understands, that I believe in God, that I live a life according to what I believe are God's teachings, and that I aim to help people with my work, especially the herbalism that she gets, because she actually takes my products. So I make her stuff. So she gets that part. Like, oh, you work with herbs? Okay. And she'll be like, oh, grandma used to go out into the woods and get life everlasting whenever we would get a cold, and it tastes terrible, but it always works, so she'll like help me with my herbalism. She's a gardener. My family, my grandfather was a farmer, so we come from farming roots. So we are at a kind of happy place now, where it's just like, I am grown, and the only thing that you really like need to understand is that your idea that anything that I do has anything to do whatsoever with the devil or Satan or hell or anything like that. No, not the case. So that she has come to understand. I don't know if I did this for the purpose of being slightly throw my weight around ish. I tell myself that I did it because I just wanted a nice open space. But the place where I set up my altar is right smack in the living room, and you see it as soon as you walk in the door. Or you can see it if you look that way. And I told myself that I set it up there because that's where the big windows are. And in the morning, that's where I do my yoga. And it just makes sense for me to have the altar there instead of in my room. But I also think a tiny little part of it is me kind of being like, tell me I can't. Because there's a part of me that's maybe still a little bit salty about the fact that at 15 I had to hide my altar in a cloth under my bed and, be accused of all these things that weren't true by people who love me. So I might still be a little salty about it. So now that I'm grown, and when I come home, I can throw my weight around a little bit because I'm, the oldest daughter. So it's kind of like when I'm home, it's my house. So I sort of throw my spiritual weight around a little bit, set my altar up right in the middle of the house. I can't wait to be this bold. Being in the closet is hard. Being in the closet is very hard. And the boldness took 20 years. Took 20 years, ish, it took me growing up for real and really adulting in my own life to be able to do that. Personally, I feel like, first of all, I don't know how old you are, but if you're grown and you are paying your own bills, if you live on your own, like it should not even be like a question. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know not everybody feels that way. Family is very touchy and all that stuff, but I don't have those feelings towards my family or anybody in the world. If I pay my bills and you don't pay not nary a one in this house, then be damned because I could give a shit what you think, and I will not tailor my life to you. That being said, I will maybe tailor my behavior for the appropriateness of the situation. So for example, Christmas will be at my mom's house this year. Just preemptively, I'm probably not going to have my altar just sitting there when 25 family members come over for breakfast. Now, that's partially to protect me because I don't want to have to stand there the whole time making sure nobody touches my shit. Nobody's kid comes to grab a picture or whatever. That's partially for me, but it's also partially just to avoid having conversations like that. So I'm not in the closet in the sense that if anybody asks, we can talk about it, but I don't necessarily feel the need to run around, Christmas breakfast with a whole bunch of Christians being like, I'm pagan. We always say grace before the meal, and I'll ask my uncle or my cousin to say grace or whatever so they can say a nice Christian prayer, because if I say the grace, it's going to be a pagan prayer, which I think will be beautiful, but might Make some people raise their eyes when I say, I thank the Lord and Lady, or the God and Goddess, or we call our ancestors in. Weirdly enough, though, at Christmas breakfast, we always set a plate for my grandma and grandpa, and we put their pictures there, and we set a table. But if I was to say a prayer talking about honoring the ancestors and calling them in, oh, the devil. But we literally set a plate for them. Anyway. Anyway, at least we do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm 27. Practice raise my heart. Yeah, it's going to take a little longer. Yeah, be a fly on the wall at my mama's house. Yes, I bet. I can't imagine what she says like when I'm not around. I'm sure she's like, child, I don't know. She grown. I don't know. My little cousins, of course, they're younger. They're all witching it up. And I'm just waiting for everybody in the family to blame me. Okay, I got one of them seeing spirits. One of them is seeing spirits. Another one is talking about they're deep into witchcraft. I said, don't tell me shit. Okay, don't tell me nothing, because your mama's gonna come to me talking about you made my child. No. Okay, your children are interested in witchcraft because Christianity is a bunch of bullshit. Excuse me. Churchianity, not Christianity. I'm going to use a term that my hoodoo teacher uses, which I believe I can use in this closed community because I signed a non-disclosure agreement when I took the class. So I don't know if I can really repeat anything. But since it's just the four of us, a term that he used to describe Black Christianity today is churchianity. It's not really Christianity because they don't really actually understand, fully grasp the Bible. But it's churchianity. They are very much committed to the church, right? And so I don't want anybody's mama coming to me, but it's like your kids are interested in spirituality because they're tired of the dogma and the bullshit and the nonsense, right? I didn't have nothing to do with it, but I'm waiting for somebody to try to blame me because somebody's practicing Santeria. But yeah, I do think, Tony, it will definitely take more than a year, it will definitely take more than a year because you're not even comfortable yet in your own practice, so certainly being public about it to other people, that's going to be uncertain, for me, I feel very established in my practice, very certain in my practice. So you can't really come for me. You can't really question me. And I'm totally fine with going the other way and leaving you where you're at if you're not interested in understanding me or at least being tolerant. But that's only because I'm so secure and sure that the path that I am on is right, that it is the one for me, that is the one I'm supposed to be on. And I know that it is spirit led, meaning everything that I do after having a conversation with God, my ancestors, and the spirits that walk with me. So can't nobody fuck with me about it because you're just a human. Your opinion is human. Irene has a "I wish you would" attitude. Yes, which comes with time. It comes with seasoning and maturity as a person. I'm sure, Tony, even at 27, I'm sure when it comes to other things in your life that you're secure about, perhaps, your looks or your likes, your interests and things like that, you probably have a "I wish you would" attitude too, like I'm going to wear this. And by 27, you've gotten over the high school years of worrying about what people think about, am I wearing my bonnet to the store? Are my shoes fancy? At 27, you've gotten past that. You will also gain that in your magical growth too, as you get secure. In Jamaica, we call Bible leaf eaters. That's funny. Candles. So I think I'm going to be able to get away with 3 for 7 days because I'm not going to be burning them. Let me take 4. I'm not going to be burning them all the way down every day. I'll be burning it for however long it takes me to finish my prayers, my meditation, my journaling, whatever I'm doing that morning. But yeah, we'll take 4. We'll take 4. Should I take 5? I can't do even numbers. Is anybody else like that? Is 4... Even numbers seem weird to me. I like odd numbers. They seem more balanced. Isn't that weird? I think it's because I was a cheerleader when I was little. So I always think of like a pyramid as being like the most solid, stable shape. And you can't do a pyramid with 4. You can only do it with odd numbers. So I'm going to do 5. You can only do even numbers. Oh, that's so interesting. I can only do odd numbers, but I also think that has to do with the fact that my magical number and my life path number are all 5. So 5 just resonates with me very heavily anyway. And it's the number of man. It's very concrete. I love that. Josie told her partner, if you think I'm a witch, I must be a powerful bitch, from my song. Yes, that song is Macumba by my girl Lily Lyons. And I love that song because Macumba in Brazil is kind of like what we would say like black magic. You know, it's a legitimate practice, and it is not really black magic. But of course, it is the magical practices of the indigenous, more black people in Brazil. So it gets this nasty reputation of black magic. So she's got this song called Macumba, and that's the theme in my song. And I love that line, you know? Isn't it so right? I heard a rumor that you think I'm a witch. God damn, I must be a powerful bitch. Yes, I love that. I love that. Love that. Love that. Okay, what do I want to put these in? I want to put these in a Ziploc. I'm going to take these out of here. These Herba Santa bundles. I need to clean up in here so much. Okay, I'm going to put these candles in here. And I'm going to put a little bit of salt. And a little bit of blessing oil. Okay. All right, so now the oil. If the candles are oily. Okay, and shake up the salt. Okay, so now these candles, I know, are going to stay nice and clean energetically, so that even if I got the pop TSA, I know my candles are all right. Yes, vibes. Don't we like this? Just hanging out and witching. I love this. This is my life, y'all. I love it. I literally love living the life of a witch. I love being a witch. It adds so much meaning to stuff that people take for granted. You know, even going on a trip. Like just going on a trip to visit my mom. Like, it has a spiritual element because I'm going to visit my grandma and getting, you know, graveyard dirt and all that. All right, 5 candles. That should get me through 7 days. Because like I said, I'm not going to burn them all the way through every day. I'll probably use about a half a candle every day. But just in case I use more than that, I'm taking 5. Okay. Boom. Beautiful. Candles. Check. Hi, kitty. Hi. You want to say hi to the people? Huh? Want to say hi to the people? Are you going to cooperate? You want to say hi to the people? Come here. Come here. Say hi to the boy. You're so big, girl. You're such a big girl. Say hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Eartha Kitty. You having a good day? Yeah. This Miss Eartha Kitty, everybody. Say bye. Want to say bye? Bye, everybody. Okay, here we go. Goodbye. Bye. Nice seeing you. Goodbye. All right, that's Eartha Kitty. Tony says hi, Kitty. Thank you, guys. That's my baby. That's my baby. Okay. What did we do? We did water. We did earth. We did fire, our incense and our lighters. We did air. We have our incense and our Palo Santo. So good. We're good on our elements. We have our pentagram tile for spirit. That'll be right in the middle of the altar. Then a couple more things for the altar. We have our Ganesha photo. Journal. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna take a little journal. It's not gonna fit in here, but I'm gonna have my prayer book. My prayer book is a journal that I have written all of my regular prayers in. So the prayers that I say all the time are in this one book that I keep at my altar in the mornings. So I will take that with me, and then I will take, that little journal that I have my notes in the live, because I can't take all of this. This is too much. So I'm going to take that little journal with me. That way, every morning, I can just get my thoughts on paper. And then when I come back, if there's something that I need to put in here, I've done that before, where I'll just stick a journal page in. Here we go. If something good comes up, then I'll just tape it in, but I can't take this whole thing. It'd be too much. So I'm gonna take a little journal, but those things won't go in the altar, in the altar box. They'll just come with me in my suitcase. So I like to have a representation of God, a image of God, something for me to look at and focus in on, that helps me get to that place of just honoring God generally. And so I have my little photo of Ganesha, Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, the Hindu elephant god. For me, deities are not God themselves, right? God, capital G God, the all source everything, is a formless, genderless, shapeless entity, energy that is in all things and in everything. Deities are human beings' attempts to quantify and categorize that energy or a portion of that energy. And so for me, there's a distinction between the all source God, whatever you want to call it, and individual deities. What's the word? The personification of God that I feel most drawn to are the Hindu personifications of God. They have 33 million deities, and understand that none of them fully encapsulates the idea of what God is. And I absolutely love that. And I embrace that. And that makes a lot of sense to me, because that's how I see it too. All of the different deities that we channel, that we work with, that we connect to, they are all just little representations of a much, much bigger picture. So I know some people have been in my comments like, Hindu, that doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense to me. So when I think of God, I like to think of the Hindu representation of Shiva and Parvati. Together, they are a deity, the name that I can never pronounce. But they have this conceptualization of the God and the goddess as one. Not separate, but one. Completely needing the other in order to function. And then they have their child, Ganesha. And Ganesha goes before them to clear the way. And Ganesha clears the way for us to communicate and connect with Shiva Parvati. So Ganesha is incredibly, incredibly important to me because he removes any obstacles that might be in the way to me connecting with God. So it's important for me before I do that I pray to him first. Om Gang Ganapatiye Namaha. And so having his representation, his image on my altar, for me, that's kind of like the most basic thing. If I can only have one thing, it would need to be an image of Ganesha, because he will make sure that the way is clear for me to communicate with God and the rest. So we have our picture of Ganesha. That's going to go in there. Yes, Ganesha. He is the elephant-headed god of Hindu mysticism, or the Hindu religion, rather. And he's got a great story. So yeah, learn more about Ganesha is cool. But by having this picture of Ganesha, it's the equivalent to me of having the picture of all of my saints, all of my, not my ancestors, I don't need anybody to help me get in touch with them, but all of my saints, any spirits that I might want to work with that are elevated, any deities, gods, what have you, God herself. It is important for me to honor and thank Ganesha for keeping the path clear so that I can do that when I want to do that. Yes, ma'am? Yes? Okay. So we have our representation of God. And next, speaking of calling on spirits, calling in spirits, I need a bell. Okay. I wanted to take, I have a bigger bell somewhere. I don't know where it is. I had a bigger bell that I wanted to take, and I don't think it's going to fit. So I'm going to take my tiny little bell. Okay. Sound is important to me. Before I pray, I always ring a bell to signal to the spirits that I'm about to begin praying. It's kind of my way of letting them know that, that a message is about to come in. It's kind of like dialing the number or whatever, getting the ringtone. So we have a little bell. And anointing oil. So I always anoint myself with oil before I start my prayers. Usually it's based on the spirit that I'm honoring that day. So like I said, if it's Hekate's day, then I anoint myself with the oil that I made for her. If it's St. Martha's day, I anoint myself with the oil that I have for her. But I can't take, or I don't want to take all, 7 different oils. So to make my life easier, I'm going to take a little thing of blessing oil, a little vial of blessing oil. So I had a bigger batch, but I already made a little one. And this should get me through, because I'm just anointing. Maybe I should fill it just to be sure. I'm going to fill it up just to be sure, because I'll be annoyed. I get to day 5 and I'm like running out. Okay. Okay. That is filled enough. Okay. Blessing oil. Boom. And then I was thinking that I want to take eucalyptus oil. Which one? Who is in the book club? Who's in the book club? So I am moving to Gateway, or I started Gateway 1. And I've decided to do each of the gateways on Wednesday, my self-honoring day. And eucalyptus is the oil for the baths, right? Yeah, so eucalyptus is the oil for the next bath. Hold on, I have eucalyptus over here. Okay, eucalyptus oil, and this is a pretty small bottle, so let's see. There's plenty in here. I don't know if I want to bother with making an even smaller bottle than this. I think that's probably gonna fit. If it doesn't, then I'll have to make an even smaller bottle of it, but I'm just gonna see if this fit. What chapter you guys on? It's not really like that, Tony. It's not really like a chapter book. I definitely recommend taking a look at the live Q&A where I answer questions about the book. That one we talked for like 2 hours on how to use the book. And then the book club meeting, the first one we had, has been posted. So you can kind of catch up with that. It's really more of a program for healing your room energetically and physically. So it's really for each person to kind of go through at your own pace. If you did the book exactly the way the book says it, it would take you approximately 15 weeks. You're supposed to spend 21 days on the first gateway and then a week on each of the following 11 or 12 gateways. And in those in the meeting and in the Q&A, we talk about how people are modifying that for their lifestyles. I did all 21 days of Gateway 0, but for the rest of the gateways, rather than a week of each gateway, I'm doing 1 day of the gateway every week. That makes sense. 1 day, Gateway 1. Next week, I'll do Gateway 2. Next week, Gateway 3. And I'm reading the content around those gateways during the week that I'm doing it. So you can, long story short, you can jump in. So if you haven't, I don't know if you're a seeker level, if you haven't jumped in and you want to jump in, I would wait till August, because July's about to be over. Wait till August 1st on Sunday and then become a seeker if you aren't already. And in the meantime, you can catch up on the lives, catch up on the meetings, and see whether or not the book is really right for you. And the benefit of being a member in August is you'll still have a month to participate with the meetings and reading the book and the weekly discussions on the book. But you'll also get a chance to vote for the next book that we read, because the members in August are going to vote for the book we start in September. I'm a seeker, but I Gateway 0. Perfect. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I think some people at the meeting hadn't even started yet. So that's totally fine. Definitely watch the live and the meeting so you can kind of get an idea of how to go through the book, because it's not obvious at first. But then beyond that, whatever your pace is, it's going to go, no matter what, if you're doing the book, it's going to go past August. We could never do it in 2 months. So the 2 months is just for, everybody to kind of be supported, knowing that they're doing it with other people and other people are on the program or what have you. So oils, blessing, eucalyptus for my Wednesday gateway bath. And then I wanted to take, I was thinking about taking some protection oil, but I have a roller ball of protection oil that I keep at my Hikate altar for whenever I go out the door. I, back of the neck, wrist, ankles, anoint myself with protection oil before I pray. So I think I'll probably just take that roller ball and throw it in my toiletry bag, because that's like, I've already got that. So I think the only other oil I'll take is a little bit of road opener, just because I'm traveling. That just seems very appropriate. Just to make sure all of my paths are clear. We're going to my sister's going to take me to the cemetery, but we've never been there before. So let me see. Do I have a little small enough job for this? Yeah. Here we go. It's the smallest one. This one's the skinniest. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's get some road opener in here. Okay. Okay. Boom. Road opener. Should I put a label on this? I don't know what it is, but. There's a game today. Something's going on at Yankee Stadium. Flashing the lights. Okay. Road opener. Boom. Road opener, blessing oil, and a little eucalyptus for my Wednesday morning spiritual bath. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Okay, we're on a roll. We're on a roll. All right. That is officially everything that I need for the physical altar setup, essentially. What I need to throw in here now are the things that I am going to take with me to the graveyard. Okay? So, to the graveyard, what do we need? Everybody's traditions, people have, wait. Couple things I forgot that are just useful tools. Hold on. Candle holder. Where am I going with no candle holder? Candle holder for the candles. And another one with a little metal thing in the bottom for burning the incense. Okay? So that's got to go. Gotta have that. Okay? My selenite pencil. I'm so sad because my selenite pencil had a really sharp point and I would use it for carving candles, especially like cleansing candles, clearing candles. And because of my freaking old travel box being too stuffed and me like shoving stuff in it, I broke the little tip off. You see that? Isn't that sad? It's been amputated, but I still love it. It's still very helpful. Selenite is very helpful for cleansing. So I just like to have it around just in case, crystals can't go wrong, right? Okay, now for the graveyard. Now everybody has their own traditions and all of that good stuff. I am Wiccan, so my tradition is Wiccan. And so the approach to going to the graveyard in the Wiccan tradition is a little more simple, I guess I would say, than what you might see in like the ATRs and stuff, but you still have all the basic components. Ugh. I'm hungry. I'm gonna have a bite of this banana. So it still includes all of the basic components. You want to ask permission when you arrive, okay? You want to bring an offering, both for the spirits of the place, the spirits of the cemetery, and for the specific spirit that you are going to see, especially if you are planning on taking anything, as I am. You especially want to make sure that you are bringing an offering. Okay? So, what else? You want to say thank you before you leave. Okay? Don't do anything crazy. Don't vandalize or steal anything. Don't be walking all over the graves of people you ain't there to see, if you can help it. Cemeteries in Charleston are not organized, so it's hard. Sometimes you're walking on all kinds of shit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. In other traditions, you might have a specific spirit of the graveyard that you need to ask permission from before you enter. You might have some specific traditions or what have you. Some of the things that I have picked up along the way come from more of a hoodoo background. So I will make sure my head is covered in white. I'll have a white head wrap on. I'll probably wear white too, but most importantly, I'll have a white head wrap on. I will bring offerings for the spirits, and the offerings that I bring specifically will be pennies and red wine. That's a whole thing. I want pennies and red wine. I will bring dimes for the spirit that I plan on taking things from. That's my grandmother, so I will bring dimes for her, and I will include with those dimes, if I have it, and I think I have one mercury dime. A mercury dime is a specific type of dime that has like the symbol of Mercury on it, or the image of Mercury on it, and we know Mercury is ruler of communication. So because I want to communicate with the spirits, I like to add a mercury dime in with the other dimes that I am giving as a gift. I'll be giving various gifts that I will buy when I get there. Okay, so I'll have some liquor to pour out. I will have it'll probably be red wine, a little bottle of red wine to pour out. I will have flowers, and my grandma really liked saltine crackers and ginger ale. That was a snack that I know that she liked. So I put that on my altar for her regularly. So I will bring saltines and ginger ale for grandma when I go. So there'll be that stuff. I will carry in my pocket iron, specifically this iron key. So Hecate, like I said, is they all protect me, but in particular, Hecate is my protective goddess. The key is significant to her. The key is also significant to Saint Lazarus. And Saint Lazarus is the saint that I call on when I want to communicate with the spirit world. It's the person I pray to before I do the live readings, before I do your private readings, before I do any reading. I ask for Saint Lazarus to grant me passage to the other side. And the key is a significant symbol to both him and to Hecate. So carrying the key is very significant to me. And this one is made out of iron. So iron is considered the most protective metal when it comes to spirit entities or what have you. So this will be in my pocket. So we'll put that in there. Let's get the pennies and stuff and dimes ready. So I have this big thing of change that I keep. And then it also has these chocolate gold coins. I might take one of those too. These I like to give as offerings like on the altars, you know, because they're both chocolate and gold. Okay, so let's see. Pennies. When it comes to pennies, you are looking for your shiniest pennies. So try not to take the really old beat up ones. You want to take the pennies that are shiny and new and look like, you know, an offering, look like gold. And what I will do with the pennies is after I pray, oh, shit, I guess I wasn't supposed to take that one. After I pray, I will sprinkle these out as a gift to all of the spirits. So I will just sprinkle them out in front of me as I'm walking through the cemetery and or the graveyard. Okay, was that 5, 6? I'm trying to get 10. 10 really good looking ones. 7, 8, 9. What is this? Oh, we have a dollar coin in here? I'm going to take that. I didn't know that was in there. I'm going to take that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I need one more regular penny. Okay, 10. Beautiful. 10 shiny pennies. Okay, and then I'm going to take 10 dimes. If I have a mercury dime, it's not going to be in here. It's going to be in my box of spell money. My box of spell money is where I keep the money that eventually goes into the prosperity soap. So if you've ever wondered if that's real money, yes, it's real money. And I keep certain money, whether they be $2 bills or money that brought me luck or money that was given to me that I wasn't expecting to get, stuff like that. That goes into a box that is, my foreign money. That goes into a box, little box for money. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have 10 dimes, 10 pennies, and I have this golden dollar that I didn't know was in there. And this trip to the graveyard is very special. So it seems appropriate that I might need to leave something a little extra special. All right. Let's put it in this one. Okay, so now we're going to put the pennies. Need to get into here. Let me see. All right. So into here, I'm going to put my pennies. Okay. All right. That's all of them. Yeah. All right. So 10 pennies. And then we're going to add some wine. And this bottle of wine has been on Hekate's altar. And now that I've opened it, it will go out as an offering poured out into the ground for her when I go to my crossroads on Monday before I leave. So before I leave, I go to my crossroads, give offerings thank my spirits, let them know I'm going out of town, pray that they be with me as I travel, and all of that good stuff. Okay. Pennies and red wine. Good gift for the spirits. All right, and then let's take another container that is a little smaller for the dimes. Okay. Oh, I think I'm supposed to tell you guys to, like this video and all that good stuff. Tell your friends that you were witching in the city with Allie, and they should sign up and hang out with us. Okay. Bam! Now all my dimes are in there, and there's room for the mercury dime if I'm going to take it. This gold coin, I'm going to put it in the wine too. Hopefully it doesn't overflow. Is this leaking? Can't have that. All right. Can't tell if that's leaking or if it's just wet. So we're going to put this in plastic too. And now the last time I did this, it was in a smaller container. The last time I took this with pennies, it was in this. And this is really small and it looks like a solid. This, I feel like they're going to be able to tell is liquid and they're going to want to give me a hard time. I feel like it might be leaking though. Yeah, it's leaking. Yeah. Yeah, this one's leaky. This one's leaky. Okay, I have another one. I'm going to try the other one, and then if that doesn't work, then I might have to seal it. Seal it up with like some wax or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. It might just be what's on the side, but I think it's leaky. But anyway, we're going to, in something, we're going to take shiny pennies in red wine, dimes, including a mercury dime. Put that there for now. And we have our protection key. And then the last thing that we need is bags for collecting things. So I didn't bring big Ziplocs. Oh, this here. I'm going to take with me a cigar in one of my single roll containers. This is a cigar. I don't really see myself lighting it up at my mom's house or anything like that. But if it feels appropriate, it's good to have. So I have tobacco and I have my red wine. So if I need it at the graveyard, I feel like I need to give it as an offering. I have it. So I'm taking that with me. This little baggie I'm going to use to collect the rose thorns. And for the graveyard dirt, I really need something bigger. So I'm going to steal another one of these bags. Oh, wait, this one is whole. Let's use this one. This one's new. Yeah. Oh, it has a hole at the top. Oh, it has the hole for hanging, hanging at the store. So I'll probably take a Ziploc from the kitchen then. Yeah. I use a Ziploc from the kitchen. So I take with me, the last time that I went, I didn't know that I was going to be going to the graveyard until it happened. So on the fly, I had to just get myself ready. And so I ran into Walmart, I think it was, and went to the gardening section. And couldn't find a scooper for some reason. They didn't have like a little shovel or whatever. They were out. So then I had to I went to like the houseware section and got a metal ice scooper, which was blunt as hell, trying to get into the dirt. But that's too big. So instead, I'm keeping it real simple, real old school, and I'm taking a spoon with me. And I like these spoons because they're pretty sturdy and they have a like kind of sharp bottom that will be good for digging into the soil. So this should get the job done. That's really all I need is a spoon. And yeah, I'll take another one of these little bags just to have it. But I'm probably going to grab a bigger Ziploc because, I don't know when I'm going to be back there again. So I'm going to want to try to take as much dirt as I respectfully can. But she may be only giving up this much. So I'll take this just in case. I need another bag for something. And I got my spoon. So now, oh, they're open. Something just made, I just want to take these gold coins. Let me put that to the side. I'm going to take that too. All right. So that is everything. That is everything that needs to go into my altar. That is everything that I need to take with me to the graveyard or to have with me in order to feel comfortable going to the graveyard. Let's arrange this a little bit more compactly. Okay. And then this stuff will go as soon as I double check that that thing is not going to leak. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't have that. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions about altar setup, going to the graveyard, anything like that? I think this is leaking. Yeah, I don't want to put that in there yet. I'm going to get another one just in case. Let's see. The moment of truth. Will this close? Oh, I should put this down here. Any questions, anything like that? How I arrange this neatly somehow. That's kind of the key to it all, is just figuring out like where to place everything. Okay, let's see. Will she close for me? Boop. Yes. Nice, and it's not a tight squeeze at all. Everything is inside. Boom. Travel altar. Isn't that nice? And then I have the little to-go bag that goes inside. I'm going to, make sure that this isn't leaking. And then once I've got it in something that I know isn't going to leak, then I'm going to put that in here with the dimes and maybe the key. And that'll be my, that way if I forget to put it in my pocket, it's already in here. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the dimes, the pennies, and the key into the little to-go box and my little baggie for collecting. And my blessing oil. Bam, boom, bam. Boom, bam, bam. Okay, beautiful. That's what we'll put in the little go baggies. Are you bringing dirt back from the graveyard? If so, yes, I'm bringing dirt back from the graveyard. That's what the little baggie and my spoon shovel is for. I am getting dirt from my grandmother's graveyard site, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to visit my father. And honestly, I don't know that I'm going to take dirt from him because I haven't yet really elevated him and like really he's on my altar and everything like that. But, I didn't realize until recently that my grandmother needed elevation. And now that she's been elevated, she's calling me to go to the site and get the dirt. I have not yet had that experience with my dad. So we might go visit, but I don't see myself taking anything from it just yet, you know? Thank you, Irene. I'm glad that you guys are okay with it being members only. I mean, of course, you're okay with it because you're members. But I'm glad that you don't mind that it's just a few of us in here. And, you know, it's not like a regular live where there's like a lot of commenting and a lot of stuff going on. But this is kind of more my vibe. If you guys are coming to the birthday party, I'm doing a Zoom birthday party on August 9th. Instead of going live for the weekly reading, I will be going live just on Zoom. And again, it'll just be for members. So, you know, so it might just be like 4 of us at my birthday party. And that sounds perfect to me. That is at 35 after freaking year and a half COVID nonsense, like living in New York City my whole life. I've been very, very grateful for this whole situation. As sad as it is for it to be COVID and all that stuff, I'm really grateful for it. I don't think I ever would have gotten to where I am right now without really the entire globe pausing and giving me the time that I really needed to reset, readjust. So I'm super grateful for it. Don't break. Yeah, I'm really grateful for it, and I'm really grateful for you guys. I'm glad that you guys, not that other people aren't serious, but I'm just glad that you guys are more interested in like kind of like real life stuff as opposed to just like, you know, and I make videos and I will make more like quote unquote like manufactured videos, you know, how to do this, how to do that, how to make this, da da da. But I like that you guys like the more personal aspect, you know. Okay. I gotta be careful because I don't want to break the candles. Make sure those are in a flat place. Okay, I don't know. I might leave everything out of this and then put it into this when I'm ready to go, when I'm down there, because it's too bulky, packed up. Yeah, because the dimes really need to be in like a flat spot. The key can stay in there. Okay, here we go. Boom. Yay, thank you, Josie. I'm glad it's informative. I didn't know how informative it would be because, like I said, this is my personal practice. This is how I pack up a travel altar that really would only, I mean, I guess another witch could use it. There are some general things in there, you know, water, earth, salt, all that good stuff. But it's really more specifically for, you know, what I'm trying to do. So hopefully it has given you some ideas. If you are traveling, or even if you're not traveling, I know folks said that they're, you know, in the closet, things like that. If you need an idea for how to have an altar that's very discreet, that can easily be packed up or hidden, and that can be locked away. I am a big fan of these vault boxes. This is like my third vault box. So, you know, maybe they'll give me a promo code or something. Like I said, I will list it on my Amazon storefront, this specific one, like so you get the right size. And you can check that out on my storefront. I should have it up there by the end of the night, but tomorrow, if you check out the storefront, I'll have this box listed for you so it's easy for you to find. And yeah, this will go in my suitcase, and TSA will hopefully not even notice that it's there and not ask me why I have a spoon and bags of dirt, you know? So anywho, Thank you guys so much. My lives are always so long. I talk so much. It's ridiculous. So thank you guys for hanging out all evening. I really appreciate it. Yes, Josie, I will definitely have I will definitely link it on my storefront so you can find this specific box because I love them. My old one was a little bit smaller, had to upgrade, and I really like it. So thank you guys for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for helping me get set up. So now I'm ready. I'm packed. This is honestly the most complicated part of my packing, other than like packing up toiletries. This is the most complicated, because as you saw, I'm taking things and making little versions of everything and labeling stuff. So it takes a while. It was a lot of fun being able to do it with you guys instead of just sitting here doing it by myself. Like Josie said, it was informative for her, so I hope it was informative for the rest of you. And we'll definitely do more of these members only lives for sure. Like I said, the next one is my birthday party on Zoom, so I hope you can be there for that. It's a pajama and tarot party. It's going to be at 9 o'clock at night on my birthday, August 9th, and it will be only available to friends and seekers. So I hope you guys can make it. Bring your cards because it's a Zoom, so we're going to be like reading for each other and stuff. All right. So I think I answered all of your questions. I will let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your night. Happy Lamas, happy Lunasa, which is on August 1st, if you are celebrating that. And otherwise, I'll see you guys sometime in August. All right. Have a great night.